Hey peoples, this is Buzzicles, and today we're going to be playing some Click the Flag. Now, I personally know all of the country flags, so I'll be going through those, how I remember them, and some tips for remembering them as well as just having a good time playing this game. So I was just scrolling through the page and I found this and I thought this would be really fun, so that's what we are going to do. Here it is, it's by A_MB0385, so thanks to them for making this, so let's just play this. From the pictures it does look very high quality, which is always a good thing in a game, you know. So we're going to do that. We're going to have a good time, because who doesn't love a good time? So here we are, this is the game. Play, category, I select, here we are, global, game mode. Type the flag. We'll do normal for now, that sounds good. Territory flags, no. So the yellow ones are the territories then. I don't know the territory flags. It's nice. Quite cool. Anyway, you can look at it if you need to. Cool, that's nice. And hidden flags. Burkina Faso. Oh, do I have to scroll to find it? Oh, there's a lot. I remember Burkina Faso as there's like two lines going across, so I imagine them racing. So it's like Burkina Fast. I don't know, it's very interesting. But no, I'm not gonna do this mode. Let's do type the flag, that sounds nicer. That's Qatar. Qatar is easy to remember. It's very similar to Bahrain, but it's got a lot darker and it's got shorter triangles. This is Serbia. I don't know, I just remember the crest. It's kind of like, sir, this is your badge. Whatever. France, everyone should probably know France. This is Uzbekistan. It's kind of obscure, but it's remembered to learn. Like Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and Azerbaijan. I kind of group them. So there's just Uzbekistan. Greece, you should probably know that. If you don't, yeah, this one is Guinea. It's very similar to Mali, but I don't know. It doesn't have anything in the middle, which makes it a bit unique. So that's kind of how I know it's Guinea. Mali has a lighter green color. This is Benin. I remember it like there's two people, and this is water. So they're like dipping into the water. So they've been in the water. This is Oman. I just remember Oman because Oman is the only O country, so I just know the flag. This is the United Arab Emirates. It's very similar to that, some other ones, but it's got a full bar here. So that's a way to remember it. R. Well, it's got an R there, so this is Romania. It's very similar to the Chad flag, which I'm guessing is why they have the R. So if you're doing this, you can just look at the R and be like, oh, it's Romania. Here we are. This is Mali. This is the one that's really similar to Guinea, but it's Mali. See, it's got a lighter green color here. This is Lesotho. It's got like this. I guess that comes up. There's Belarus. This is the Lesotho flag. It's just a country in Africa. Here we are. This is Malaysia. Malaysia's a pretty common flag, but it's very similar to some other ones. Like, I know I used to get Malaysia and Mongolia, just the words mix up a lot. I don't know how you remember this. It's in Asia. It's Malaysia. Hey, that rhymes. This is Nauru. I always think of Nauru as like the little brother of the Marshall Islands, because the Marshall Islands is like, it's like a big strip and the stars above it. So there's just a little brother, Nauru. Here's Slovakia. Slovakia and Slovenia. They're very similar flags, very similar country names. I remember Slovakia with this like this T-ish shape. I remember it's kind of like a K maybe. Here we are. This is Colombia. So it's got nothing on it, and it's got this big yellow strip at the top. It's a way to remember it. Here we are. This is Belgium. Belgium and Germany are very similar. German's horizontal, Belgium's vertical. Just find a way to remember that. Here we have Brunei. I don't know how I remember Brunei. Fun fact, Brunei is the flag with the most yellow. It's very interesting. Yes, it's Brunei. There's Tuvalu. I just know it's in the Pacific. It's a oceanic island. It's in the Pacific and it's very similar to the Fiji flag, but it's not. Here we have Vietnam. I've always known Vietnam. A lot of people mix it up with China, but China has the stars up here and like more stars. Vietnam is just one. This is what we did earlier. This is Belarus. I just remember it. So if you like turn your head sideways, there's like someone's belt and like the body. I remember it's the belt is on someone called Bella, so Belarus. This is Moldova. Moldova and Andorra are very similar. I just remember Moldova has this bird on it. I think of the bird as like Moldoving its wings, like folding or something. This is Ghana. You can remember Ghana because it has a black star like a cocoa bean, because Ghana and chocolate are very closely associated, so it's Ghana. Here's Poland. I just remember Poland's white on top because it's very similar to Indonesia and Monaco except flipped. This is St. Kitts and Nevis. Just remember this star's St. Kitts and this star's Nevis. Saint. I need to type out Saint. Well, oh well. This is Sweden. Sweden's a pretty common flag. Just the Nordic countries, they're very similar, but it's yeah. This is Sweden. It's the same colors as IKEA, if that helps. See, we've got the I here, so that helps differentiate. This is Indonesia. Monaco is the same. It's got like a different aspect ratio though. It's pretty difficult to tell the difference. That's why they have these letters. Here's Canada. Canada is a very common flag. You should probably know that one. This one is the Central African... No, it's not the Central African Republic. This is the Republic of the Congo. It's very similar to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, but this one is the just Republic, not Democratic. I guess I need to add spaces. I'm really used to doing jetpunk quizzes, so yeah. This is Turkey. Turkey is very similar to Tunisia, but Tunisia it's a red crescent and star with a white circle on the red background, and Turkey doesn't have that, so this is Turkey. This has the light blue, so I'm assuming this is Luxembourg. The Netherlands is a very common flag. It's very similar, but it's got a darker blue. This one is Togo. It's kind of like your dollar store version of the United States flag or the Liberia flag, but this is Togo. It's different colors. I like it. This is Eritrea. So I just remember this. It's like a tree. Eritrea. This is Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. Everyone knows Zimbabwe, but not many people know Zimbabwe. I find it pretty easy to remember. It's an African country. You can get it mixed up with Uganda sometimes. Well, at least I did. This is Zimbabwe though. Here we are. This is what I was talking about. This is Tunisia. See, it's got the white circle and the red crescent and star. So this is Tunisia. Here, the little star and on the triangle means it's Jordan. If it didn't have the star, then it would be Sudan, which a lot of people confuse with the Palestine flag, but Palestine has a green triangle. So this is Jordan anyway. This is Brazil. Brazil's pretty common. This is Suriname. The way I remember it is like the red bit is the red bit is the, I don't know, like a form where you're filling out your name. So you put your first name here and your surname here. So it's Suriname. This one is very similar to the first one we did. It's similar to Qatar. It's Bahrain though. You can see it's got a lighter shade of red and the spikes aren't as close together. Here's Germany. Germany, most people know Germany. You just need to remember that it's horizontal and not vertical. This is Libya. Just the way you remember Libya. You do flags more often and eventually you'll get it. So, yep, and you can always come up with your own ways of remembering it if you want. Here we are, this is Bosnia and Herzegovina. I don't know how you remember it. It's a very unique flag, and I guess it's a very unique country name too. So. This is Pakistan. Pakistan's a pretty common flag too. It's not as common as like the French flag, but Pakistan's pretty easy to get used to. This is Nepal. Nepal's got this funny shape. I guess if you really wanted to learn it, you could, like, if you really don't know it, you can imagine it as like kind of an N shape, maybe. Here we are. This is South Africa. South Africa's pretty common too. You've got to keep an eye for the colours because it's got a similar shape to Vanuatu. It's not Vanuatu. Don't know why I was typing that. This is Singapore. As you can see, it's like very similar to Indonesia and Monaco. Just think of it as Indonesia, so it's also in Asia, and then the stars and crescent means it's Singapore. Singapore's actually quite close to Indonesia, so there you go. Here we are. This is the newest of the bunch. This is South Sudan. It's not even like that young. It was made in like 2011, 2013, somewhere around then. It's like the newest country, so South Sudan. You can tell it's very similar to the Sudan flag with the triangle and the colours here, but it's different. It's new. It's South Sudan. This is Austria. Austria is quite similar to Peru, but Peru's vertical, and sometimes Peru has a crest, sometimes it doesn't. Austria is always Austria though. This is Algeria. I'm pretty sure it's the biggest country in Africa, so that's interesting. Anyway, whenever I do like flag wordle stuff, which I don't do very often, but when I do, Algeria is usually what I put in first. This is the Central African Republic. I don't know. There's a bar in the center. Yeah, Angola. This one I quite like. So you see how it's kind of split like this. I imagine it's on an angle, right? Because it is on an angle, so it's Angola. This is Equatorial Guinea. I don't know how you remember it. It's quite a unique flag. It's got this ugly tree in the middle. It is pretty ugly. Yeah, that's Equatorial Guinea. There's 4 countries with Guinea in the name. There's Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Equatorial Guinea, and Papua New Guinea. So this is Equatorial Guinea. This one is East Timor. It's an Asian country. I don't know how you remember it. Maybe it's like Timon and Pumbaa. I don't know. This is Yemen. It's the only country starting with a Y, and it's very similar to like the Egypt flag or the Iraq flag, but it's Yemen. This is El Salvador, I believe. El Salvador and Nicaragua, very, very similar flags. I'm pretty sure Nicaragua has a more obvious rainbow though, so I think this is El Salvador. Yes. This is Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has a very unique flag. Croatia. Croatia, it's very similar to like the Slovakian flag and stuff, like Slovakia, Serbia, Slovenia, that sort of stuff. There's just something about Croatia. It's just, I don't know, it's got this checkered pattern. It's quite a nice flag, honestly. This is Georgia. I don't know how you remember Georgia. If you're from the United States, then you'll probably know that Georgia and Alabama, they're very close to each other. So it's very similar to the Alabama flag. But, I don't know. It's Georgia the country though, okay? This is Kiribati. It's a very, very cool flag. It's another Pacific Island nation, so it's very nice. This is Djibouti. I don't know how you remember Djibouti. Djibouti has interesting colours and it's called Djibouti. This is Namibia. I think I remembered it like this red strip down the middle was like the nib of a pencil or something. I don't know. This is Chile. I don't know. It's got this long red bit. Chile's very long. It's Chile. Here we are. This is Sudan. You see it's got the red triangle. There's no star. Yeah. Is it? Oh. Does Sudan have a green triangle then? I see, so there's a Palestinian flag, so Palestine has a red triangle. I thought it had a green one. Oh well, that's interesting. This is Comoros. I just imagine this. Oh, I imagine the bit there as a C. This is Peru. Sometimes there's a crest. It's just sideways Austria. This is Liberia. It's very similar to the United States flag, as you can tell. So it's like the Statue of Liberty, Liberia. This is Kyrgyzstan. I don't know how you remember Kyrgyzstan. It's Kyrgyzstan. It's just Kyrgyzstan. Learn how to spell it though. Here we are. This is Vanuatu. See, it's got the same Y as the South African flag. I just remember it like it's on the side of a van. This is Rwanda. I just know Rwanda. It's got this big blue strip. That's nice. This is Finland. Finland. It's like another one of those Nordic countries. You just gotta learn the difference. Here we have Italy. Italy's very common. This is Burkina Faso. As I was, yeah. Just imagine these two strips. They're racing each other. They're trying to go as fast as possible. This is Maldives. I just remember it like you're looking down on this, like it's really high up, and it's like a pool, so you're gonna dive into it. Maldives. This is Lebanon. It's got the famous Lebanon tree. Russia. You should probably know Russia. This is Malta. You can tell it's like kind of like a sideways Poland / Indonesia / Monaco. It's got this cross up here, which is nice. It's like the T in Malta. This is Albania. Albania is a very unique flag. I think a lot of people do know it. So, yep. It's got this cool two-headed eagle on it. It's very cool. Here is Ecuador. You can see it's got like the same sort of background as the Venezuelan, not the Venezuelan one, the Colombian flag, but it's got this crest in the middle. It's on the equator. Capital of Ecuador is Quito. I don't know if that's important, but you know. Here we have Egypt. You can see it's got the same background as the Yemen flag. It's got this nice eagle in the middle. So that's Egypt. Here we have the Bahamas, I believe. A lot of people go to the Bahamas for like beach holidays, so you can imagine light blue's the water and yellow's the sand. This is Samoa. It's very similar to the Taiwan flag, but Samoa has the Southern Cross, so that features on a lot of Pacific oceanic flags, like Australia, New Zealand. They also have the Southern Cross. So yeah, keep an eye on that. This is the Armenian flag. I just kind of imagine that like there's an army and there's something about an army. I don't remember. I just know it. This is Argentina. It's got the famous Argentinian sun. If you're a football fan, I hope you know this. Here we have Papua New Guinea. It's very unique. You can see we've got that Southern Cross because it's a oceanic country. So, yeah. And remember, it's not Papa. It's Papua. Yeah. No, I forgot to add the A at the end. You can see this is similar to what we had earlier with Moldova, but this one doesn't have an eagle. It's got this here. It's Andorra. Andorra is a very small country in between Spain and France. This is Venezuela. It's a pretty common flag, but yeah, it's got this nice ring of stars. Here we have Australia. It's got that Southern Cross. Australia is a very common country. It is quite similar to the New Zealand flag. Personally, I don't really have a problem with it because I'm from New Zealand, so yeah. Anyway, Australia's got this big white star here and all the stars are white. New Zealand has red stars with a white outline and it doesn't have this big one here. This is Laos. It's Southeast Asian. It's got this circle like the O. This is Norway. Norway's very similar to Iceland. Norway has the red outside and the blue inside, while Iceland has the blue outside and red inside. This is Honduras. This one's quite easy to remember because the stars make up an H, so it's Honduras. This is Botswana. I just imagine it as part of a robot. Here we have San Marino. San Marino's a small country in Italy. It's its own country, but it's surrounded by Italy, like Vatican City, but bigger and probably less famous. Anyway, that's San Marino. We have South Korea. South Korea is a pretty common flag. This is Senegal. We've got this green star. I don't know how you remember it. Here we have Bolivia. Sometimes it doesn't have the crest and it might throw you off a little bit, but there's not really any others with the tricolour like this, like in that direction. So it's Bolivia. This is the Solomon Islands. I just imagine it like it's a guy named Solomon chilling up on this hill, and then this is sand and the beach, and then these are 5 people in the water. It's odd. I put Solomon Islands. Did I spell something wrong? Oh well. This is Barbados. I've just always known this flag. I don't know. Yeah. This is Ukraine. You should probably know Ukraine too, just because it's been in the news. Remember, it's blue top, yellow bottom, even though there's no other flag really like this. This is Turkmenistan. Similar spelling to Turkey, kind of, but it's different. It's Turkmenistan. This is Gabon. It was Gabon. This is the UK. UK is it's a very common flag. You should probably know the UK. This is the Seychelles. I watch a lot of geography content, so the Seychelles does come up a lot. It's a very pretty flag. It's just got nothing else really like it. It's got these diagonals, and I guess the Seychelles is like a string of islands. You can like kind of associate it like that. I don't know. This is Saint Lucia. Still, I don't know, you just know it. This is Iraq. The way to tell the difference between Iraq and Iran, on the Iranian flag, you can usually see like a sort of N shape and the crest in the middle. So if it's not, then it's Iraq. And this is China. China's very common. This is Dominica. I just know Dominica because it's got this parrot on it, and it has the most purple out of any flag because there's like a tiny bit of purple on there. So it's Dominica. This is Guinea-Bissau. So I just imagine it. So there's like a guinea pig, right? This is the face of the guinea pig and the eye, and this is the body. This is Paraguay. I just imagine this little circular thing. I just kind of imagine it like the button on a parachute or something. This is Bulgaria. Similar to, it's got like this sort of same white on top as Russia and the same colours as Hungary. Bulgaria. This is Haiti. My favourite flag is the Liechtenstein flag. So this is very similar to the Liechtenstein flag. It's got the same background, but Haiti has this white in the middle. And Spain's very common. Portugal is also pretty common. It's honestly quite a nice flag. This is Latvia. I don't know how you'd remember Latvia, it's just Latvia. Here we are. Now we're back on Slovenia. So, very similar to Slovakia, it doesn't have like the sort of tear shape, so it's Slovenia. This is Kosovo. It's another very new country. It's got the country on the flag. Cyprus, Kosovo. It's Cambodia. I just know Cambodia. This is Micronesia. You can think of these stars as being like microscopic or something. This is the Czech Republic. It's quite a nice flag, honestly. This is Panama. Don't know how you remember Panama. Panama is Panama. Here we have Azerbaijan. As I was talking about earlier with the Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan, and Tajikistan, I just sort of learnt them all at once. Now I know them. This is Cape Verde. I remember this sort of design could be on a superhero cape, so that's cool. This one is the Nicaraguan flag. You can see it's got this triangle and it's got like a rainbow on it. It's very nice. This is Vatican City, one of 2 flags that are square. here, so that's quite an interesting thing about Vatican City. It's also got the most grey on a flag with these keys. This is the old Afghanistan flag. Unfortunately, it's not this anymore because of the Taliban. But this is the old Afghanistan flag. It's honestly... This is Burundi. So I just imagine it. So this is like the North Pole, and it's very cold in the North Pole. So you're gonna go brrr because it's so cold. That was Taiwan. Just not Samoa. It's got the sun. It's quite nice. Here we are. This is the Iran flag. You can see there's kind of like an N shape you can trace out here. This is the Niger flag. It's not the Nigerian flag. The Nigerian flag is just green, white, green. This one has, it's very similar to India, but instead of blue, it's orange. And this is Grenada. I remember this is like this little bit here. It's like a grenade. This is Denmark. Oldest flag, pretty recognizable. This is Morocco. Again, it's like a somewhat recognizable flag. It's got this green star that doesn't really match that well with the red, but at least it's unique. This is Saudi Arabia. Just the dark green and the text is pretty recognizable. Most green out of any flag, as you may be aware. This is Palau. You can see the yellows off center. Palau's, it's got a similar shape to the Bangladesh flag, but it is very unique. It's another island nation in the Pacific. It's got the blue. You can imagine this yellow is like a sandy island and the blue is the ocean. This is the sea, so it's Chad, similar to Romania. This is the Dominican Republic. Honestly, it's quite similar to Panama, but it does have these full colours. So it's Dominican Republic. I do not know what I did wrong. if you know, please tell me, because I have no clue. This is the Montenegro flag. It's quite unique with this yellow border. Honestly, it took me a while to remember Montenegro, but now it's very much ingrained in my brain. This is Mozambique. I just kind of knew this one. It's got a gun on it, so that kind of made it recognizable. This is Madagascar. Just like the movie, but it's also a country. It's got this big white strip here, which is pretty recognizable. This is Kuwait. It's got like, it's got this trapezium. It's cool. This is Guatemala. Just the way it is, it's got like these guns here, I think. It's like blue. Here we have Guyana. I think of this big triangle as Guy and this red triangle as Anna. So it's Guy and Anna, so it's Guyana. Here we have the Netherlands. Netherlands, very recognizable flag. Similar to Luxembourg, darker blue. Here we have Estonia. Estonia is near Finland and Russia. It's got blue, black, white. You can imagine the black's a stone. It's got the M, so it's Monaco. Here we have Lithuania. Imagine it, so the green are trees and the yellow is fire, because the trees have been lit on fire, so it's Lithuania. This is Myanmar, formerly known as Burma, but it's Myanmar. It's got this ginormous white star. And this is Ireland. Ireland's very similar to the Ivory Coast flag. Just gotta remember, green is on the left. So green comes first, green. You know, Ireland is associated with St. Patrick's Day and clovers and stuff, so greens. They're green, so it's on the left. Here we have Ethiopia. Got this big old blue circle with a star in it. It's recognizable, sometimes you just need to associate it. This is Bhutan, most orange on a flag, as you can see. Ooh. Got this cool dragon here, it's very cool. Fun fact, Bhutan has just a ton of mountains. This is Tajikistan, again with the whole Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan, Tajikistan. Did I write Tajikistan or something? Ooh. This is Antigua and Barbuda. No, it's just a very cool flag with this like sun over the horizon. Very cool. This is Mauritania. I just imagine this crescent is like the top bit of a T. There's like a line here, so it's a T. Because Mauritania, the T is it's a big part of that. This is Tanzania. You imagine it like it's like water and rainforest, and this is like a vine, and Tarzan on the vine, Tanzania. Yeah, it's interesting. This is Thailand. It's very similar to Costa Rica. If I remember, Thailand has this like red background like China, so because it's in Asia, so Thailand. This one is the Ivory Coast. You can see we have the orange on the left now instead of the green. This is Belize. It has feet in it. That's a stupid fact to know, but it is what it is. This is Iceland. Yeah, it's got the blue outside, red inside. Here we have Switzerland, the other flag. That square. It's got the plus. Switzerland's a very recognizable flag. This is North Korea. North Korea, bad country. Honestly, a pretty clean flag though. It's got this nice star. This is North Korea. This is Kenya. Honestly, very cool flag with a shield. Kenya's like a fairly recognizable flag. So yeah, this is Jamaica. This is the only flag without red, white, or blue. If you're counting like the brownie red on Sri Lanka as red, because some people say browns. Yeah. This is Eswatini. It's got this other nice shield on it. It's the second country in South Africa, because South Africa has two, and so does Italy. This is Uruguay. It's also got a face on the sun, like Argentina, but it's in the style of the US. This is North Macedonia. Not just Macedonia, North Macedonia. It's got this cool sun. It's a little similar to the Imperial Japan flag, but it's different, which is a good thing. This is the Cuba flag. With a lot of these triangle flags, these two are split into 2 and 3. Cuba is just kind of stripes. That's cool. This is Tonga. It's got this plus, like a T for Tonga. Here we have Nigeria. You can see it goes green, white, green. This is Gambia. I just know like the red, the white, the blue, and the green. It feels a bit like a casino. Casino colours, roulette wheel, poker, you know. Here we have India. India is very recognisable. It's got this blue in the middle too. This is Sierra Leone. Long country name. Flag's pretty unique. Sierra Leone. And this is Sao Tome and Principe. I just remember it. So this is a boy called Tome, and this is the principal of his school because he got in trouble. Here we have Zambia. If you watch the World Cup, you'll know Zambia. Pretty ugly flag. Zambia. And now we have St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You remember it because these make a V for Vincent. Here we have Malawi. I remember it like this is a table and there's like a judge sitting on it because it's got law in Malawi. This is Israel. Israel you should probably know too. We've got the star here. Here we have Mauritius. Where dodos are from. It's got like the primary colours because a lot of the time people include green in that, so Mauritius. Here we have New Zealand. You can see it's got the Southern Cross. There's no star here. It's got red in the middle. And now we have Bangladesh. Yep, similar shape to Palau. It's got the red dot, same as Japan, but it's got a green background. Bangladesh. It's not like an obscure country, so it shouldn't be too hard to learn. Now we have Costa Rica. Sometimes there isn't this crest here. Yeah, it doesn't have the red outside, so it's Costa Rica. And this is Syria. It's got the same colours as Yemen, Egypt, Iraq and stuff, but it's got these two stars. It's Syria. This is Mexico. Mexico is pretty recognisable. It's got this cool eagle. And this is the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Let me just type that. can't forget the of the. So yeah, yeah, it's pretty recognizable. What did I do wrong? So this is the Philippines. Similar, it's got like similar colors to the Czech Republic flag, but it's got this cool star here. This is Trinidad and Tobago. It's got this cool diagonal line, and it's honestly very nice with the red and the black. This is Cyprus, the other country with the country on the flag, like with Kosovo. It's an island off the coast of Greece. It's in the Mediterranean. Here we have Mongolia. Mongolia, in between China and Russia. There's not many people in Mongolia. It's got a cool flag though. This is the United States of America. You should definitely know this one. Here we have Hungary. Similar colours to Italy and Bulgaria, but it's got red on the top, and it's going horizontally, so it's Hungary. This is Somalia. To imagine the white star and the light blue. It's like the sun on a sunny day in the summer, like Somalia. Yeah. We have Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan, they are close to each other. Kazakhstan has this eagle here and the sun. And here we have Cameroon. Got the yellow star. Yellow and yellow. If you remember earlier, we had Senegal, which had green and green. Yellow and yellow is Cameroon. Here we have Japan, very recognizable. And now we have Sudan. This is Uganda. It's got like these repeating lines and the rooster, some sort of bird in the middle. Here we have the Marshall Islands. If you remember earlier with Nauru, you can see the star is now above the line and it's going like this. So I just imagine the star is a guy called Marshall. He's got his little brother Nauru. Here we have Fiji, similar to Tuvalu. Still got that light blue, but it's got a crest here instead of stars. This is my favourite flag, Liechtenstein. Kind of hard to spell. It's got this very nice crown though. I just find it very clean. And that is it. That's what we have done. So that is how I recognise all the flags. I think I only really made like one true mistake, because the other ones I was too used to jet punk. Yeah, it was just with the Sudan-Palestine mix-up. Yep, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah. I don't know if I should do more geography stuff. I do enjoy geography. That's all I have to say today. So, yeah. Goodbye.